Portugal's 5-0 victory over Uzbekistan was a clinical display of tournament football. Cristiano Ronaldo punctuated the performance with a strike that made him the only player to find the net in 6 different World Cups. The stats from that afternoon suggest total control. Portugal maintained 68% of the ball, pinned Uzbekistan in their own half, and kept up a constant, aggressive pressure on the goal. This dominance disappeared 3 days earlier, against the Democratic Republic of Congo, a team that arrived without a single World Cup point to their name. The same Portuguese lineup labored to a 1-1 draw. It is a result that stands in stark contrast to the talent available. Portugal has built what many consider the most creative midfield, featuring players like Vitinha, a core part of the Paris Saint-Germain side that recently won back-to-back Champions League titles. These results reveal a fragile team architecture. The squad is built to support a specific style of play, yet it often struggles to integrate a veteran captain whose movement patterns can conflict with the very system designed to help him. To understand how this happens, we have to look at Roberto Martinez. Since taking over the national team, he has implemented a 3-2-5 shape in possession, a structure meant to maximize ball retention and control the tempo. Against elite defenses, this setup requires constant movement. Without players stretching the backline, the final third becomes a congested wall. Ronaldo vacates the striker position, moving into spaces occupied by playmakers, effectively blocking their clear sights on goal. During the DR Congo match, Thierry Henry highlighted a moment where Ronaldo ignored an opening for Bruno Fernandes to take a shot, instead choosing to attack the exact same space himself. The priority seemed to be the individual finish, rather than the team's need to score. This makes Ronaldo's role highly situational. His presence provides a clinical edge against disorganized opponents, but his tendency to crowd his own teammates creates a rigid, predictable attack when facing top-tier tournament defenses. This raises the question of what happens when that primary attack is successfully neutralized. Portugal's bench offers few solutions. Their primary backup striker, Gonçalo Ramos, has struggled to secure consistent starting minutes at the club level this season, leaving the national team without an informed alternative to lead the line. This influence extends to the psyche of the younger players. On the pitch, there is a visible hesitation, where teammates default to finding the captain rather than taking a high-percentage shot themselves. We've seen this frustration boil over. During a match against Chile, Rafael León was sent off for striking an opponent, a sign of the mounting disciplinary issues within a squad that lacks a unified leadership structure. With the focus so heavily fixed on a single figure, the team has struggled to develop the independent leadership needed to survive a knockout tournament. These tactical issues are about to be amplified by the host environment. The 2026 World Cup in North America presents a physical challenge that could break an already fragile structure. Analysis from Climate Central reveals that 93% of the matches in this tournament will be played in conditions defined as performance-impairing heat. High humidity and solar radiation make it difficult for the body to cool itself. Data from previous tournaments show that in these conditions, players perform 22% fewer high-speed sprints, causing the overall tempo of the game to slow significantly. For a team relying on an aging striker and a rigid system, these conditions are particularly dangerous. Portugal's lack of a rotational depth to refresh tired legs makes them vulnerable to the draining effects of the extreme heat. The tournament is now entering the knockout rounds. The margins for error have narrowed, and the easy possession found in the group stages will be harder to come by. Roberto Martinez is left with a stark decision. He can maintain the current system to keep a legend on the pitch, or he can recalibrate the attack to prioritize the speed and spacing of his younger core. Portugal has the talent to win this World Cup, but they may be doomed to fall short unless they can find a way to play outside the shadow of their own captain.